Well, good morning and welcome back to another Dynodaze video. Back once again is the Renegade Master, and this one is having another tune. It's had a different exhaust, and he's replaced his throttle body, put it through its paces, see if we can make some power and add some extra Dynodaze flamage. That's the mandate today. But before we start, we have got an air leak that we've got to rectify. So we're going to strap it down to the dyno and hopefully rectify that problem in situ. But just so people are aware, that's not part of a mapping session, rectifying problems. I appreciate, as does Richard, that people modify cars and then when they start running a bit rough, they assume that it needs mapping and that will fix it. But unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it is a hardware issue. So we have found a vacuum leak, and that's next on the agenda. So here we go, Rich.
Here we go.
Well, another one in the bag. Core blimey, I love the flames out of this one.
Yeah, we've been making sort of little revisions to the launch controls. Obviously, people are, I want flames. So obviously we've
got flames.
So we've been working on that. Yeah, so a little revision for people. If people are interested in it, obviously we can do it. This car now got some good mods. So he's done some mods. So he fitted the Skunk2 Inlet Manifold. He's gone away 4:1, put a 3-inch exhaust on it. So some really good mods. Where it's slightly lacking, in my opinion, is it's just on a silicon hose and a ram air filter, and it's still on the standard throttle body. So I think there's still a little bit more to be had.
There's more to be had.
There's still a little bit more to be had. We finished on around the same power as last time.
Little bit hotter today.
A little bit warmer today. I think basically the problem is like his exhaust is flowing better, but obviously if you can't get the air in because the throttle body's the standard throttle body and the air intake's still small, then obviously you don't make necessarily any increases in power. So we've just tuned for the mods that he's now got on the car. He wanted some extra flames on the launch controller stuff, so we've obviously done that. Did come in with a little leak on the inlet manifold. Basically the brake booster part that goes from the side of the engine and down underneath had sort of melted. Well, I'd say melted, but collapsed, or the
you
rubber,
need that for your brakes, I do.
or the rubber had perished. I think someone had obviously put that on and used an old piece of pipe, and it probably wasn't brilliant. And then obviously it just finished it off being underneath the inlet manifold. So we replaced it, put a nice new piece of pipe on there. The only thing I'll say to people is, with these, because obviously we've got a following and people are coming, if you've got if you do something and you've got an issue, then you've got an issue.
Yeah, don't assume that because you've fitted a new part and it's running badly, that it just needs a map.
Yeah, predominantly with these, if you fit an inlet manifold, for example, or you do anything around that area and then the revs are high, you've got a problem. And generally that's an air leak. So in this instance of this car, as soon as we heard this car this morning, same as the one that we previously did as well, as soon as we heard it's like, that's got an air leak. Oh, I thought the map would sort it. Well, it's a hardware issue and it's not that. So what we have found recently is we are fixing cars.
It is that, like I say, it is that perception, and we do understand that if you're fitting parts yourself, so for example, let's say you fit a throttle body or an inlet manifold and then suddenly your car's running rough, I know that you guys think, right, I know that needs tuning because I fitted these parts. But unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it should still idle properly. And what you've got, like Richard says, is an air leak. And
if you're getting idle at 2,000 RPM, you've got an air leak. If it's hunting and it's trying to, like, goes up to 2,000 and the ECU tries to pull it down and so on, you've definitely got an air leak. You've got a problem. So generally 9 times out of 10, try and have a look, obviously, before it gets in.
Speak to us, though.
Yeah, speak to us.
Speak to us. Like, for example, you can make a video. If you want to get yourself booked in or whatever, you can make yourself a video and fire it over to our Facebook page.
I mean, we've got no problem. Like I said, we have no problem doing it. It's just that, obviously, when we're booked in for mapping slots, sometimes we do stack them in. And obviously, if each car comes in, it's got an issue, then obviously it makes
So we've got 2 cars today. If we had 3 cars today, now we would be pushing it for our time limits.
For our time limits, but not a problem. To be fair to this guy, he did say he tried to sort it before he went. He took it to several different garages and they couldn't diagnose the problem.
They all said it needed mapping.
Yeah,
they were wrong.
All said it needed mapping, and within 2.5 minutes this morning of us seeing it,
we found the
problem and looking to fix it.
Well, another wicked one in the bag. You want to look at this graph?
Let's have a look at the graph.
Let's have a look at the graph.
So there we go. That's another one in the bag. Obviously we've seen this one before, but so nice graph. Finishing 236, bit warm today, but with the added Dynodaze sauce, some nice flames and things, making the customer very happy. Resolved the problem, as Richard said. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz, and we will see you on the next one, won't we, Rich? Indeed. We will indeed.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.